Hi everyone, today I'm talking about making a final collection. So I am in my third year of university studies. I study BA Fashion and Textiles. I have lots of videos on my channel about me making a fashion collection, doing a photo shoot, an award that I recently won, and just talking about things within studying fashion, books that I think are useful and all of that stuff. Today I'm going to talk specifically about making a collection and 10 things that I think really help. This is a time where things can get super stressful and things can often go wrong. So these are just 10 things that I think are quite important. So the first thing, as I've written down on my little post-it notes, is you will be limited on time, and obviously that's going to be quite a different thing. I feel like when you study to begin with, you are obviously limited on time because you don't have forever to do a project, and in the industry you don't have forever to do a project or to meet a deadline. You have to get things done very quickly and efficiently in the amount of time you have. The most important thing I would say is when you're starting and you're researching and you might not find an idea, don't waste too much time waiting on an idea. Sometimes it's better to just take some inspiration from something that you found and to just run with it. So for my final major project, my ideas changed so often, and I really narrowed it down. It was, first of all, it was going to be to do with just Indian fashion, which is huge, it's very broad. And then it was going to be, I think, to do with Mughal fashion, which is kind of more traditional fashion, but in Indian fashion. And then eventually I veered off and my entire project was based on the Taj Mahal. So very much focused. And so that actually was something that developed through my final major project. I just kind of had this idea to begin with, and then I just ran with it and things started to automatically happen. The second thing is ordering materials. Again, this can take a little bit of time. You might need to go do some fabric sourcing and see what's already out there. I went to London, and this does take time and it's important that you do this after you kind of realize what your theme or your idea is, because it's important to understand the price, also what's available and how much of it is available, and whether you're going to get it on time, and whether it suits your theme and the kind of clothes that you want to make. The silhouette, is it sturdy enough what you want to do, or do you want to make something more lighter, a little bit more flowy? You know, materials are very important, so it's important to not just start by designing, but to actually kind of have an idea as to what kind of materials would work, and then to design, and then to really understand the materials, because materials really do make or break a collection. It's very important. Number 3 is finalizing ideas. I found it very helpful to talk to my tutors and to finalize ideas, because sometimes they like some things that I don't particularly like, or you know, and at the end of the day they're marking your work, and I think that it's important to sometimes agree and sometimes to disagree. So finalizing ideas and also talking to other students, it always helps, because you're all kind of studying the same thing and you all have different ideas, and sometimes someone else might give you an idea that you probably didn't think about. So idea sharing and finalizing ideas is quite important. Number 4, be prepared. Things can go wrong. And it's important, I think, to be prepared that things could go wrong and to kind of have a backup plan if you're a bit like me and you think about things a lot, and you know, it's a better plan. You know, especially if you want a fabric that perhaps isn't available in the quantity that you want it and things like that. Sometimes it's good to be a little bit prepared and have maybe a backup option or something like that. Again, some people just are able to do things regardless, so whether they're prepared or not. Number 5, do things ahead of time. Things like, for example, when I'm at uni, I make sure that my portfolio and everything is up to date, because I do that at home. When I go to uni, I mainly go there to use the sewing machines and other facilities that I can't use at home. This way I am maximizing my time to the full potential. I don't sit at my desk and I don't wander around and, you know, I don't get distracted. I literally just go to uni and get things done, because I don't have a proper industrial sewing machine at home or an overlocker. Those are all things I have at uni, and I know that I'm limited on time. So I'm very much planning those things ahead of time. If I need to use the scanners at university, then I've, you know, planned that I need to do that, and just kind of organising myself really does help. Again, I don't know how other people work, but this really does help, especially for me, because I love planning things, and I think that that's just how I stay on top of things, otherwise I would forget. Number 6, again, it's a little bit down the lines of planning what you need done, planning when your fabrics are going to arrive, what you can do in meantime whilst your fabrics are still getting to you. Maybe you could do your pattern, maybe you need to do some printing or something like that, maybe you need to be in the textile, I don't know. But just basically knowing what you need to do and maximising every minute that you have. Pretty much, very self-explanatory. Number 7, budget. This should probably be the most important thing. Obviously everyone's has their own separate budgets. Some people rely on student loans, some people work, but budgeting is very important, and things in the final year can cost a lot of money, and this is something I was definitely very prepared for. So, you know, but still I have to budget anyways because it is still quite expensive. So I'd definitely say budgeting, and especially fabric sourcing and things like that, can be very helpful because budgeting can be a big factor. You know, you don't have to find a cheaper option because maybe you've already budgeted for it before. So I would definitely suggest budgeting a little bit more than what you want to spend, because if things go wrong you might have to, I don't know, buy more fabric, you might have to start something over again, or you might just find that you need to buy extra buttons or extra zips or something else because you've changed an idea, or you need more embellishment or something. So just budget. I definitely suggest budgeting more than what you originally planned to do so, because I just find that very helpful. Number 8, marketing. This is something I don't think a lot of people really consider, but it's really important. We do a brochure at a lot of universities do brochures, but we do one as well, and it has everybody's photograph in it, so it has a piece of everybody's work. And yeah, that's one way of doing marketing, but then we do our own photo shoot as well, which is outside of college, and we can market our own collection, and I think that's very exciting because you get to market it the way that you want to do it. And it's a very important thing. You know, there's lots of people looking for young designers, hot, young, fresh designers, and you know, you never know whose eye you might catch, you know, whether it's on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So marketing, I think, is quite an important thing. And again, you just don't know who's watching #itfashion or something. You just don't know who's, you know, there's thousands of people that might be going through that hashtag, and you never know. So that's the other thing. Number 9 is be critical. I think it's quite important to be critical about your own work and not just always say it's amazing. There's always things to improve, and definitely when you come to write about it at the end of the year as to what went wrong, you have things to write about and things to learn from. And I think that's the greatest learning curve from doing a degree like this, is that you are always learning. So that's also quite fun. So yeah, being critical can be hard, but totally worth it, I think, being critical about your own work. Number 10, but also being confident. You know, I think you have to have like a good balance of being confident and critical. Always important to have a balance, not just 100% confident, not just 100% critical. You have to have a good balance. And number 10, portfolio. Portfolio is like the most important thing. This is the thing that if you go to a job, this is what they're going to look at, because a lot of the time you won't be able to take your sketchbook and things like that. So definitely put your best work in your portfolio, or at least try to, and that is what I would probably say is the most important. Images and things like that that you just know are immediate reference to your collection should just be in your portfolio. And yeah, that's pretty much 10 things. And yeah, so if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I make new videos a lot, and yeah, this has been a bit of a requested video. I've been getting a few emails about this. So if you have any other questions, you can get in touch with me by email. My email is in my about section on my channel. So if you want to email me, then you can. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye!